So rather than waiting until, three ships for our
tutorials
to get a feature like HDR.
We have to get episode 3 out. We know how the trilogy ends, and there are a bunch of loose ends and narrative arcs that need to come to a conclusion in episode 3. So that's going to be a big focus for us. The main thing that we're working on right now after we get the tutorials out the door is going to be episode 3, so we can finish off this trilogy and finish the story arcs that the characters are going through. We're going to be running this experiment on
cringe
content through episode 3, and then we're going to sit down and say, so we had episode 1, which was a little bit shorter, episode 2 that's longer, and whatever we end up doing with episode 3. Our plan for is to get through these 3 episodes. Welcome to Music 2, episode 2. We are at the midpoint in our trilogy of episodes, which will conclude in episode 3.
Episode 3, what do we know about it? What can you tell us?
From our point of view, there's enough newness in there that we want to sort of spring it on people and say, here's a bunch of things you've never seen before. Have multiple of those.
And that's graphically or in terms of the gameplay, or?
There's stuff that visually hasn't been in games before, and there's certainly a bunch of game elements on the order of Portal that have never been done before.
Can you tell us anything about when we'll see episode 3?
I'm not saying anything about episode 3 or the other things that we haven't talked about.
Are you still even working on episode 3? When can we micro invest in it through Steam so it will actually come out?
I really don't have anything to say about episode 3 right now. When we do, we'll certainly let people know, but I don't have anything that I'm going to say.
Are you still doing episode 3? Because I think when people
yes,
look
of course
at
we're doing episode 3.
It's like, people worry, is that going to become 3 now, or these things have taken, longer and longer gestation periods?
You're not going to trick me into saying something that I get email about for the next year.
All right, so there's but it is being worked on.
Oh, absolutely.
1 was a year late. 2 was a year late. Episode 3, where is it? So we tend to view ourselves as subject to valid criticism on our ability to manage our schedules.
I will now ask you the world's shortest question ever. Episode 3. Thank you.
Everyone is wondering what you guys, the main Valve team, are doing right now, and where is headed.
I got nothing to say about it.
Well, it's not dead anyway.
I have nothing to say about it.
They're obviously asking about episode 3. Can you give us any news on that? Anything?
No, we don't have anything about for episode 3.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, is that about ready?
These things, they take time.
So are you getting a lot of death threats over the non-reveal of 3 yet?
I think everybody hopes that we do good work in the future.
The Sharks are fans too, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Right. You'll never get 3 if you eat me.
Are we going to see 3 and when?
Well, I can't really say anything about 3, and when I do, I'll certainly talk to the BBC about it.
Is it in development, I take it then?
When I have something to talk about, I'll be happy to talk.
No, that's fair enough.
What must be the most hotly anticipated game on the planet?
Yes.
And Gabe's now going to tell us exactly when that's coming out.
Please, Gabe.
I don't know this man at all.
You don't know your own imaginary friend, Jonathan Ross?
You could have just said soon. That would have been fine.
Can we have? Is there any way we can have any news on Half-Life 3?
No, we don't have anything to say.
There is.
It's ready when it's ready.
So, anyhow, thank you very much. I have a light flashing at me telling me that I don't get to answer the 3rd question, and hope you enjoy the rest.
As a consequence of your action, this entity will continue, and this entity will not.
So is the goal still to sort of put out Aftermath in early 06 and then kind of keep following it up with sort of further episodic content going forward?
Yeah, we have right now 3, and we're starting a 4th single-player content team. So they'll be sort of leapfrogging each other and releasing new content while the other groups are in pre-production and production.
Wow, that's very cool. So we'll see Aftermath and then potentially, just kind of more add-ons on a hopefully quarterly basis, or it's still kind of up in the air?
We're shooting for more often than that. Our goal really is to try to have something significant on a monthly basis.